Right, so I'm 16 weeks out from my second show, so what I decided to do was just continue to keep up with these vlogs, but obviously now I'm moving into the prep side of things, so that's going to be very interesting for me to be able to look back on, also show people how I prep for shows and kind of how I would approach any show, in my opinion, from the most sustainable and maintainable way. First video, literally I'm just going to go over the food that I'm going to be eating throughout the prep. Obviously as the prep goes on things will change. If they don't, then well, I'm on to a winner, but generally things happen, things change, you know, it's 16 weeks, something's bound to come up, but luckily I've got a lot of different tools that I can use to help me manipulate my body composition, and a lot of the things I'm looking to be using I've already set out, so hopefully I can just continue to keep dropping, and when I need to use them I will go on to use them. But I've literally just got back from shopping. I'm going to go hit the gym in a bit, so I'll just take you through a few of the foods that I'm going to be eating throughout the prep. Okay, so just to start off with, I'm going to go through a few of the carb sources. So I've been shopping, I buy things in bulk, but I thought I'd just get one of each out instead of, you know, showing everything. So obviously like main sources of carbs are going to be rice, whole grain, basmati, generally going to be whole grain. I do prefer the whole grain rice to having that throughout the day. I do enjoy the taste of basmati rice, but I feel energy level wise this seems to be a little bit better for me. As you go through trying different foods, you do get a bit of an understanding of what works best for you. So I'll be having some whole grain rice, of course oats, porridge oats for the morning, best way to start the day. I used to have quite a lot of issue with just general bloating when I was eating these, but I found it wasn't actually these, it was the protein powder that I was putting in there. So if anyone has any issues with oats, maybe try changing the protein powder or trying gluten free. Generally I do go for these just for the fact that, I mean, that's like 80p or whatever, and I go through quite a lot of these. I have 80 grams. So also I have British baked potatoes. These are like, I have 2 meals of these in at the moment, that's how my prep's going to go. So I'll be having 600 grams of these, I'll be having 80 grams of oats and 200 grams of microwave rice, but make sure it cools down, don't stitch yourself up. Other carb source is going to be rice cakes. These are really what gets, in my eyes, get manipulated first. I love rice cakes, they're great to snack on, they keep me going throughout the day. But generally with these what I'll be having is 4 before gym, to make sure I'm full before gym, and 4 with my pre-bed meal. And my post-workout is going to be raisins, something that I've kind of got into post-show was raisins. I've always been a fan of raisins. I usually have them with like all brown flakes and brown flakes. Generally I'll throw a handful of them in there, but these are going to be my post-workout alongside, well not alongside, or a banana. So I kind of changed that. I will be weighing these at 50 grams and the bananas I think will be coming in at 120 grams. I will be weighing them all, because that to me is what that lifestyle is about. If you're going into a prep, you know, you can't really leave any room for error. You want to be you want to know that you're on top of everything. So they're pretty much going to be my carb sources. There's not really much more I'm going to be changing. You know, I've got things like couscous, quinoa, things like that I will be manipulating as time goes on. But at the end of the day, if I do not get bored of these foods, I will not change them. The only reason why I will change them is literally due to not enjoying them. My fat sources, what I'll be using coconut oil. I actually have this in my oats in the morning. I also have 3 eggs, which put 5 grams coconut oil in as well. Remember, if you're cooking with this stuff, make sure you do track it, or at least get a good idea that you're not having too much of it, because you know, you could quite easily put a massive teaspoon of this in twice a day to cook with, and you're going to get yourself, you know, a couple of 100 calories potentially. So fat sources, coconut oil, eggs, also a protein source, and I will be supplementing with omega-3 tablets and some flaxseed oil. Literally, because of my fish intake's quite minimal, I don't really concentrate on getting fish in. The reason for that is because I eat cold food. I like cold chicken, I don't mind cold eggs. Obviously fish for me, I don't know, I'm a little bit fussy with fish. I do like smoked salmon, so maybe I will introduce that depending on how food goes. but really and truly from the start I'll just keep supplementing with omega-3 fish oils and some flaxseed oils. Make sure you track these as well, because 9 calories, 10 calories, they're both a gram of fat each. So you've got to make sure that you track things like that, because otherwise if you're having 6 or 7 of them a day, you're getting 6 or 7 grams of fat that you're not accounting for, and that can be on a daily basis, which can of course add up over 16 weeks especially. Also, my go-to nuts is cashew nuts for the moment. Same thing, I'll generally switch between the cashew nuts and the almond nuts. Walnuts sometimes, Brazil nuts, but as I say, these are foods I'm starting my prep with, and if I don't feel like I need to change them, I won't. And then of course the most important for most people is protein source. So as I mentioned with my eggs, obviously eggs are fats and protein as well. Good source of protein in the eggs. You can obviously take the yolk out if you're tracking fats, or you're holding, you know, you're trying to drop your fats a little bit. You can take the yolk out and just use the whites, and obviously that will give you more protein than fats. But at the moment I'm quite okay with my fat intake, so that could be a potential move that I do consider. Also, Greek yogurt. Now this is a carbohydrate and a protein source. The one I get is the natural 0%. Now generally I do have the higher fat, the natural, just general natural yogurt, or natural Greek or normal Greek yogurt without the 0% fat. But obviously going into prep, you need to consider where your calories are coming from, and that is going to save me some fats, get my protein and carbs up, and allow me to kind of manipulate from there. Also with protein sources, it is literally going to be whey protein and chicken. Chicken I buy in bulk, 10 kilo, generally from Muscle Food, or I go to like a local butcher's. At the moment I've got 5 kilo in the freezer, that's all frozen, got some defrosting now. So they're the kind of food sources that I'm going to be using throughout my prep. The way that I'm approaching this prep, definitely from the start, is going to be meal plan based. I will manipulate foods if I need to fit in with my macros. So I have a macro plan, and I've broken that down into food sources basically. It will be pretty, well, it's going to be extremely strict, but it's not strict as in I'm not going to be eating. It's strict as in I'm maintaining that calorie intake, but that carbs, that fats and that protein. And the way to make sure that I do hit that every single day is going to be having a meal plan. As my prep goes on, things will change. I'm currently training 5 days a week of a push-pull legs and then upper lower split. Unfortunately, due to an injury that I just literally got last week, which I'm pretty gutted about, but at the end of the day it happens. I can train around it, so it's going to be a little bit different for the lower body. Excuse me. I'll show you a clip of what my ankle looked like. Yeah. It's pretty bloody swollen, you know, like comparison, it's a joke. So as you can see, very swollen. Football, I was playing football, went over the ball, rolled my ankle, not the first time I've done it. I had to go to hospital and all that stuff. It's a massive setback, but it's one of them things that you've just got to work around. I'm not going to let it get to me. Current weight at the moment, I'm actually 159 pounds this morning, so it's going to be quite interesting to see what I wake up like tomorrow. It's 8 pounds heavier than what I was about 8 weeks ago. I've got about £1 a week roughly, and I'm going to find myself this evening, or tomorrow morning, so I'm going to find myself some good lighting, some fair lighting. I'm going to consistently update my photos and obviously get visual shots, videos and everything like that of my physique as it changes and goes through the process. But this is just going to be the first part of it. I will also be doing supplements, because obviously I take a few supplements throughout my day. People ask why I take and what I take, so what I'll do is each week I will be doing like a little supplement review of more what I take, why I take it, and the benefits that I get from it, and what you could potentially get out of it. Also on top of that, I will try and bring out hopefully a training routine every week as well, just so that people get an idea of my training style, and also daily vlogs of the way I'm eating, what I'm eating, which probably won't change that much, but you'll be surprised how little things, little changes can make a massive difference with your physique. So this is going to be the first part of my video, 16 weeks out starting from today. I'm absolutely buzzing and can't wait to get started. I'm really looking forward to cutting down again, showing what I've gained, hopefully not hopefully, it's going to happen. I'm going to look bigger, I'm going to look fuller, and I'm going to look leaner. Whether my weight says anything different, I don't care. It's not about weight. I'm not going up there. I'm entering a weight class, yeah, but I know I'm going to be under that. So the most important thing for me is to look better than what I looked last week and come with a competitive condition.